So a couple of weeks back, I decided I was going to buy the Logitech MX Creative Console for work. And the reason was this. I use the Stream Deck Plus, but of course I've not done a video of that. I use it day to day in my personal life, and it's awesome. It's great, but I can't use it for work for some very work reasons, which I will not share with you. And I got it. Of course, I had my fears. I knew stuff that would not work out of the box, something that I had to customize because I did my research before I went for it. But there are some things I do from day to day that I just got tired of repeating those stuff. For example, doing my Git checkout. I have that Git checkout -b this, paste that. And I have my format for my Git checkout, for my commit messages, for my opening console, opening sidebars and panels and terminals and my VS Code. It's a headache to be able to go around clicking stuff, typing 3 keys. It's stress for me. I'm lazy, right? And laziness is sort of a good thing because it sort of makes you think of ways to be productive. And that is what I have done with this console right here, especially for work. For personal creativity, I still use my Stream Deck Plus mostly, but I'm going to be adapting the workflow in here. So this mostly I use for work now. And this is how I use it, right? For my VS Code, I use it to open Copilot, open my File Explorer, open my terminal, do my Git checkouts, do my Git commits, switch into Microsoft Teams, mute, leave meetings, turn on and off my camera, set my background blur, raise my hand, do reactions, all those sort of things. And also open my favorite website, for example, my task board in Azure DevOps, open my Notion workspace, open some Sama, which I use to manage my day-to-day tasks. It's not a work app. And also Todoist, which I use to manage my task list personally from day to day. And that is the setup I've done for it so far. There's a lot of things I could do with it if I wanted. So for me, as I use more shortcuts from day to day, as I explore and discover new things that will be repetitive, I would put them as macros on this bad boy right here for work and personally, right? And the reason it's great is this. Having to type Ctrl-Shift-S, Ctrl-S, Windows-Shift-V. Yes, you're great. Your keyboard is awesome. Your keyboard screws are great. But just a little bit of seconds to just press a button that does those 3 things in a step without you having to just think about it. It saves you time. It shaves seconds, minutes, hours at the end of the year of work. And that is why I think these things are pretty nice. Yes, you may not need it, right? But for people who just want one-click solution, you do about 5 steps, repetitive, same process. You don't have to do that. Use this for that. And you can do this, of course, with the Stream Deck and the Logi Options Plus. But there's a challenge with the Logitech MX Creative Console, especially for someone like me, right? The ecosystem is not developed yet. And to be honest, that is fine with me. I know what I got into. But for general apps from today, Premiere, DaVinci Resolve, all those stuff are there. And it's great, it works. But for the common stuff, like VS Code profiles was not there. In the Stream Deck ecosystem, we have that. So I developed mine for myself, which is great, which works for me. So to add those key bindings I talked about for various applications, all you have to do is just come in here and add a profile for your preferred application. The app I want to use does not show up in here, so it's kind of good for now. You can, of course, add your various apps that should show up in this list. For example, my favorite, I think here, which is Notion, actually shows up here, so I can do some kind of stuff with it to be able to run commands. You can start with a blank profile or go to the marketplace, which I mentioned is sort of kind of limited. Plugins here, not quite a lot yet. If I feel good, if I feel generous, I might actually create some profiles and plugins for this ecosystem if I figure out how to publish one in there. But for now, I'm just gonna skip that part. So what I normally do for apps that are not in the plugin ecosystem, I start with a blank profile, right? And then I start adding key bindings. So you go here and do, I think it's called shortcuts. Yes, keyboard shortcuts, add your keyboard shortcuts. And then we can do Control T to shift tab. So new tab. Just general stuff you do from this day. You can customize the icons if you wish to, which is kind of good. So tab is here. something like this, but um, switch, yeah, something like this, to be able to just go through stuff and make things work. But for me, I'm not gonna be customizing Notion that much for myself, so I'm just gonna remove this profile right here. As simple as that, you can add and remove profiles. For me, what I've done is I've added my DaVinci Resolve profile. You can add OBS. I've added Microsoft Teams to be able to work for it. I've also added Streamlabs OBS, which I sort of prefer over the natural OBS for recordings. Of course, I've had my challenges with the general OBS. See stuff I've added here. There's some extra stuff you may have to do in some applications, but generally works. What else? So you could customize this profile either for the dial ring, for the dial pad, and you can also customize the action rings for this also, which is great. I use the MX Master 3S, which sort of gives me the option to be able to do action ring options also. I can lock my computer and do all sort of wonderful things right there. So which is great, which is awesome. And for me, if I'm gonna rate this, if I had no Stream Deck previously, right? If I had no Stream Deck previously, I probably have given this a 4.5 star. But because I've seen what goodness exists in the Stream Deck and the Elgato Echo system, about the Elgato prompter, which I don't even use the camera op software anymore, I will give the Creative Console a 3 star. 3 out of 5. And that's not because I hate Logitech. I own a lot of Logitech devices, to be honest. Trust me, I love Logitech devices. But this one right here, for me, it's not quite there. And I'm here for the long goal, right? When I purchase my devices, I buy them because I want to use them for the long goal. So I'm here for the long goal of using the device right here. I plan to use it and watch the ecosystem grow into what it should be. Hopefully, Logitech doesn't kill it off. I don't think they will, because an additional bonus of getting this, which sort of pays itself off if you're in that ecosystem, is that you get 3 months of Adobe Creative Console, Adobe Creative Cloud, where you buy it. So it sort of pays off for itself. It costs about £160. If you like to drop, you get one. I'll put the link in the video description and pin comment for you to get it. You can customize action, AI prompt reader, smart actions, all the stuff that generally makes life easier from day to day to be productive as a person, as a creative, as a professional. Just makes life easy. For me, if the ecosystem was developed, yes, I would 100% recommend it, give it a 5 star even. But for now, because I've seen the goodness of the Stream Deck ecosystem, I'm gonna give it a 3 star. All right. But would I still recommend this if your workplace currently, if you work in enterprise where apps are locked down and all that, if Stream Deck app is not allowed to be installed in your computers in your workplace, and Logitech options is, well, this then becomes a 5 star, because you have no other option anyway. So I recommend this. But if Stream Deck is allowed, please go buy the Stream Deck. That is my honest recommendation for you. And the cool thing is, hey, I bought this with my own money. They didn't pay me. They didn't send me this device. Right. Other creatives, I wish they had. So I can say whatever the heck I want about it. And it's going to be the truth anyway, even if they send it to me. So I would, if you had the options, okay, if it's your personal device, if it's your personal money that you're spending, I'll say buy the Stream Deck Plus, not the MX Creative Console. Not because I like Logitech, but because this is more advanced and you get more value for your money out of the Stream Deck ecosystem. Everything I can do on the Logi Options Plus, I can do way much more on the Stream Deck ecosystem. Simple truth, and that's the lowdown of everything. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Comment, let me know what you think about the Creative Console, even for yourself. If you used it, if there are some lessons you've learned from using it also, drop it in the comment section. I would like to learn from you. I would like to do more videos like the versus. And I think if this video sees a lot of traction, what I will do in the next upcoming weeks is to actually do for profiles that are supported and things I've been able to develop and work with. I will sort of do a side-by-side comparison on how you set this up for the different creative dial pad ecosystem kind of thing. That's it. I don't want to waste so much of your time. Thank you for watching. See you in another video. Bye-bye. Oh, subscribe. Yes, subscribe. Bye-bye.